have been crunched. What's your overall view, first of all, Mr. Rutto, about this budget? We're looking at numbers, 4.82 trillion shillings, the highest so far. We're looking at a 1.1 trillion shilling that must come from borrowing in order to make the budget happen. We're looking at a KRA responsibility of almost 3 trillion shillings. And then, of course, revenue here and there that's going to make it happen. That's where 4 components of how this budget will be made up. But what are your thoughts from it so far in terms of what it looks like? Is it progressive? Is it economy facing? What are your thoughts?
Thank you. First of all, as I put across, I sit in a Committee of Finance and National Planning, which is a departmental committee concerning on looking at the revenue side of the budget we are discussing. Of course, there will be the other committee of supplies. There's a committee on budget and appropriation trying to look at the demand side. I look at the supply side of the budget. First of all, where we are now, we are in a situation I can call it I don't know that it was inevitable at the start of it, but where we are now is inevitable because we are more faced with the real issues, problems that are constant and fixed in terms of expenditures. In terms of personnel emolument, we've been having growing demand on personnel emolument. Of course, you understand how civil servants agitating for better pay, for better welfare. There's several signings of CPAs that have to be honored. Some of them were done for political reasons or to manage political situation, and they were procrastinated. But that time has come that has to be honored now. We're also speaking at a moment where we have obligations that have to be done, which is the law protects us first church, that we have to set aside 1.5 trillion to repay debt interest, not to retire the main principal amount, but debt interest, servicing the debt. Out of it, 980 has to go to domestic borrowing. Then that tells you the ratio of our local money are taken by government, not even by the business people. It's not running in the economy direct. And many other pressures that are coming around expenditure side that have to be addressed. We are going to election. IBC need to prepare. That's a huge pressure. I've seen in this budget estimates allocations gone to security has grown from almost 200 to 566 billion. The reason is given is that preparation for proper transition. I mean, in terms of election, they need to renew their equipment, to fight insecurity, increase welfare to the police, all those put together. Education, that is another issue that we've been discussing, that we are facing a lot of problem. Education is taking huge chunk of allocation to the tune of around over 700 billion. So all those put together speaks about the pressure that is underlining the expenditure side. Equally, we have a huge problem on the revenue. As I've told you, I sit in the Committee of Finance and National Planning. We are now discussing the finance bill. I'm just from Tana River. I was conducting a subgroup of a committee that we are going to seek the public view. And what members of public are saying, damn, we don't need additional tax. Business committee say, damn, please reconsider the proposals, especially on those VAT that have been driven to second schedule on exemption. They feel like this one will increase the cost of doing business because the products will definitely be very expensive. Please reconsider retaining them at zero rate at first schedule. On the other side, tax expenditure keeps growing. At the same time, we are putting pressure on the expenditure. There's what we call tax expenditure. Tax expenditure is exemptions, zero rates. It's growing over almost 700 billion. It means it's some monies that have to be foregone at the expense of service delivery, or money have to be set aside, especially zero rated, to reimburse the business, the traders for that purpose. Growing on this side, trying to shrink the revenue, but at the same time, you want to grow expenditure. As we talk right now, the mediation committee is underway between the Senate and the National Assembly. Why? The Senate are asking, please, we need more to count the governments more than it had been proposed at around 420. They need around 450 or so. The negotiation is there. Then it means either, again, you need to grow from 4.8 upwards, or you need to look at areas of stagnating expenditure on the side of the national government, either not honoring the pending bills or completely stopping some developments because recurrent are fixed. The recurrent expenditure we are doing, especially PE, are more or less fixed. For operations, again, they are more or less fixed because without money to support running of the government and development, nothing will happen. So generally, to my side, I think we have a problem. Again, we want to push in to Kenya Revenue to collect. Right now, we are this budget is proposing what we call local revenue. That is called the tax revenue and appropriation in it to around 3.6, 3.7 trillion. Last year, tax revenue was under collected by around 100 and something billion. Out of 2.9 on tax revenue, I think they collected around 2.8, 2.7 something. So we don't know the realistics on this one. KRA are saying give us more tools. Part of the proposals are very, to me, in the finance bill that the KRA is asking for more powers, like the issue of agency notice, the issue of accessing data. They're arguing that the world has changed, business is changing because of digital, but they don't have enough tools to track some revenues because the payment system has changed from traditional banking way where you would go for bank statement. Now people have gone to e-payment and they want to have more ways to that. But the owners have said, no, please, what about my data? How are we going to protect my business secrets? Don't allow that. So we are in that mix and pool. But expenditure side say, please, we need more. Yeah. Every sector, we need more. Every department, we need more. Counties, we need more. Revenues, don't increase taxes. The dung is tired. So that balancing now is where I'm saying reality is far from where we are. We either have to hit our humble pie, accept to pay tax, or stop for some reason, some given line of expenditure, because sustainability